is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you, me, is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now.
Actually, which came first, the yoga or the music?
The music. Well, I don't know. Like, I think we're all born yogis, so maybe both.
Yeah.
Linearly speaking, I got into music when I was started at the top 20. Started writing songs pretty much straight away, actually, just for like open mics, friends. Like, it was never anything that I thought, oh, I really want to do this. I just was having fun with it, really. And loads of cover songs, and just was just doing that for fun. And then I got into yoga with 2004 ish, and then 2005 I did a Kundalini yoga training, and that was when I really, obviously I knew how to play the guitar, so then there's a lot of music in Kundalini yoga, so then I started to write mantras for the classes, for the morning practice and everything. And then during my training I was part of a bunch of people who were also musicians there, and we ended up like doing the morning practice musically, and then just started getting creative, writing mantras. And one of the guys who was on the course was a music producer. He was like, hey, do you want to record some of your mantras? So I was like, yeah, great. So again, just kind of did that for fun. And we recorded that, I think it was 2000 and, I can't remember now, 7, 8. I've got to look in the folder of the date. And that went down well, and he put it up on iTunes and whatnot. And then from that album, I started getting invited to places to play. So it was kind of like, it just kind of evolved naturally-ish, I suppose. And then, from there, I think the first place I was invited was Portugal, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Portugal. And then it was Spain, and then just word of mouth. Like, one thing leads to another after that. Kind of like, oh, I heard you play there. Can you come to this retreat? So...
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And you did piano first. What age did you do piano?
So I did piano when I was a kid. Like, I was always very musical, and I did lessons. 8, 6. Must have started lessons when I was about 6, 5 or 6, until then we moved to Mauritius, and I carried on for about 2 years, I think. So I must have done it for about like maybe 4 years. So I learned like basic kid theory.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just got bored. I was a kid. I wanted to play with my friends, so I didn't continue piano lessons.
So what did you end up studying at BIM?
I did songwriting.
You did songwriting at BIM, and did you have to have some kind of a, like, what's kind of been the educational progression, I suppose? So what, you did GCSEs and then some A levels and then BIM?
I think it was. I don't know whether you even need A levels, actually. I mean, I was quite an older person in the course. I was one of the older crew, because they were all like young, real young, 17, 18, 19. I was 30, I think, at the time, 31. And I'm not sure whether you needed to have A levels. I think it might have been like an alternative to A levels, possibly. I think, if I'm not mistaken. But I think it is. I think it is, because then a couple of people going to uni afterwards, a couple of the younger ones. So that, I just decided at one point, I was like, all right, Lex, now you're writing songs, and, do you want to, I just thought, let me do a course to learn a little bit more about it. So I did that for a year. That was in 2000 and, gosh, I don't remember my dates. So it was like 2010, 2011, something like that. Yeah. So that was really good. I learned a bunch of stuff. Some things that I liked, some I didn't. I just took what worked for me, really. And it was actually really nice doing it. It was kind of really nice doing it at the age that I was, knowing who I am and what I like and what I don't like, because then you don't fall for all the bullshit. Like, there's a lot of bullshit in the music industry. People are like, telling you've got to do this and you've got to do that and da-da-da. And if you're not so kind of well in yourself, you can really fall for being swayed in lots of different ways, that then you could be doing it and potentially successful, but is it representation of you being you, expressing yourself musically? You know what I mean? So I'm glad I did it when I did it, for sure, because there were certain things I'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, no way, you know what I mean? Like, and there's other things I'll be like, oh, fuck, that's brilliant. I definitely want to take that on board. So, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
That's that leads in quite nicely to what is being well in you. Like, what does that look like for you? Do you have like daily rituals, weekly rituals, habits? What's your routine?
Wow, it's really different. I've done I think since I was 20, like for about 20 years, I've been just really into different forms of meditation, different ways of, well-being, and kind of just so many different, what it's like. There's like 10,000, a million different techniques and things that you can do. So I think whereas before I would often kind of, do a meditation or do something per day to that. Whereas now it's more like I'm kind of just applying everything in my daily life. Of course, taking that time to, when I can, drop into moments where I just, okay, I need to sit now and just be quiet for 15 minutes and do some breathing. Or, it really depends. Like, it can vary. And I really kind of go with my flow of the day, of my flow, as opposed to what I think I should be doing, which I did for many years, which is kind of like, you got to do this at the beginning of your day, or you got to do this at this time, or you have to, stick to doing this every day, like almost like homework. And I hate having homework, so that didn't work for me. And the more I learned about myself, which was like, I am the creator, I'm the master of my own life, and I want to take responsibility as and when to what works for me and what doesn't, and how I want to apply it, how I don't, when I need to walk away from people, when, you know what I mean? So it's more become like an integrative part of my daily life in that sense, which is good, because it's kind of like I'm incorporating lots of different things, but, at different times. Like, I'm a late sleeper, for example, and that took me a long time to kind of accept even within myself. It's like I'm very creative all through the night, and then I'll sleep all through the morning. And whereas that was in conflict with getting up early and being a yogi, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Well, wait a minute, does that mean I'm never going to find peace? No. You need to, get into your rhythm, understand who you are, how you function, what works for you, what doesn't, and go with your flow. So I'll be meditating 4 in the morning before I go to bed, or I'll wake up at midday and then maybe I'll jump out of bed because I don't feel like meditating at that point, or maybe I'll get up and have a shower and then I'll do some meditation, or maybe I won't at all, or maybe I'm kind of, as I do as best as I can, try to incorporate just being present with everything that I do, to then, that's the journey really, isn't it? That's the life. It's like to incorporate everything into this moment, as opposed to kind of like, separation, those things, if you know what I mean. So